Because if you move your forces to attack one expansion and you have a corresponding expansion that's on the diametrically opposite side of the map, your forces are going to be all out of position to defend your base when the other player moves in for the kill. So it looks like they're just going to trade bases, but oh, now Hwasin being the aggressor again and moving in to try to take out the 3 o'clock base. So we'll see whether Mind responds in kind and just brings this big dropship force down to the 9 o'clock, and they're back to 2 bases apiece. But looks like that's an engineering bay going down to Goliath Fire there. Mind definitely needs to protect that command center. Hwasin is anticipating a move to the 9 o'clock and bring forces up there, but the dropships are actually coming back to defend the 3 o'clock, and they're going to drop all over this force and clean it up. Mind did lose a good bit of mining time there, though. But he is going to be still at even bases, and he does have that advantage in dropship count still. So, good aggressive play by Hwasin, and evening things up a little bit. Now we're starting to see turret lines going down, and that's the sign that we are moving into late game. I think the move into late game will be a little bit slower. Now things are settling back to sort of their natural geographical distribution, with Hwasin claiming the bottom right, and I think that might be Mind claiming the top left. There's a blob that looks sort of yellowish up there. A little bit of a random tank line there at the top, but that's going to be cleaned up quickly by those drop forces. And you see what an advantage dropships are in TVT. Mind's been able to respond to Hwasin's really aggressive play very quickly by shuttling forces back and forth in his dropships. Now he's putting down another base at that sort of inside 1130 or so, and gonna go for another drop. I'm not. Oh, he's pushing it with ground forces too, so this probably will be successful. He doesn't drop on the left side of that siege line though, so those 2 tanks are gonna be able to do some serious damage. Meanwhile, Hwasin's coming in for a counter drop. Hwasin only has 2 dropships. So we'll see who comes out ahead. It looks like Mind is going to take the battlefield, and he's going to force this 9 o'clock to lift off. Meanwhile, Hwasin has a big ground force out, but yeah, he's going to have to make something happen pretty soon, because he's going to be behind significantly in the relatively near future. Mains have to be close to Mind out, so it'll be something like 3 bases to 2 pretty soon as Mind gets that inside 1130 up and going. 4 dropships out for Hwasin, so Hwasin has a pretty good mobile force, and he's going to go, it looks like, for the 3 o'clock. It looks like Mind spotted it and is moving his own dropships back, so he's going to be prepared for this. A couple of tanks dropping out for whatever reason. Yeah, no drop is coming in, so I guess Hwasin's just going to concede this 9 o'clock position, and he is going to get the bottom right up, and Mind has not gotten the top left, so that's a little bit of an advantage, but it's going to be evened up pretty soon, again when that 1130 is online. I hope Mind has more dropships than that somewhere. He's had 2 starports to pump them out of, and he's had a decent number of them for a while, so he should have more than just those 3. I guess players are sort of locked into committing a significant number of their forces to defensive siege positions, so maybe he just doesn't have the ground forces yet to fill more dropships up, so he's decided to hold off on dropship production for the moment. That's the only explanation I can think of. Now he is mining at the 1130. Hasn't put the gas down there though. Gas is critical in TVT because tanks and dropships are both very gas-intensive units. 4th dropship out now, and only 2 there for Hwasin. I don't know if he lost a couple at some point. He probably has more somewhere else. Hwasin's putting down turrets. I guess he's going to try to press in along this top, or along the left-hand side, but meanwhile, Mind is moving in. He's going to take out these 2 tanks here, I think, at least. And, yeah, the 2 tanks explode simultaneously. And this 9 o'clock position is really, really firmly denied. Meanwhile, Mind is taking the top left, so Mind is definitely going to claim a significant economic advantage. Hwasin actually has claimed the corresponding sort of inside 530 base. So, things evening out, or close to even, except for that 9 o'clock. And I think the 9 o'clock is going to make a difference, so long as Mind can continue to deny it. And Mind is doing a good job of playing TVT the way it's supposed to be played, milking a small initial lead, and just playing conservatively and not letting Hwasin back in the game. So definitely good standard play from him here. Now another big drop. He's really oh, he's going to take down those dropships. 3 dropships down. The 4th severely damaged. So Hwasin's drop force is just got decimated, and I think Hwasin's very close to being out of this game at this point. He is behind a base, and with Naturals about to mine out, that base is going to become more and more important as time goes on. And he's lost his drop force, has inferior forces on the ground. Mine's just getting up another base now, so big trouble for Hwasin. And you know, I mean, the standard line is, you know, he's got to do something, but this late in the game, it's hard to do anything, especially on a map that's this small and this cramped horizontally, because with the map split in half horizontally now, and the horizontal dimension of the map being relatively small compared to the vertical dimension, Mine can just move back and forth with these dropships and defend any point, so it's hard for Hwasin to get any sort of really fast sneak attack in. And now this siege line at the top of the ridge is being broken, and Mine just barreling through with superior forces, and no counter drop from Hwasin, because Hwasin just doesn't have the dropships for it. And now the ridge on top of Hwasin's natural is being sieged. Without the dropships, he can't even get forces from his main out to defend his other bases in the bottom right. So Hwasin, I think, has lost this game at this point. Oh, and turrets going up, so very strong contain going down. And at this point, the Terran player just has so many bases that they can invest a ton in turrets and put this sort of vice-like clamp down. Hwasin dropping, he's going to reclaim this ridge. So that's going to be something for him, but I don't think he'll be able to go much further with that. The bottom right in a little bit of danger, but Mine's not going to move in for the kill there just yet. As you can see, mains are mined out, and I think naturals are mined out too. Meanwhile, Mind is about to claim the 9 o'clock. The command center might already be up, so Mind's going to be 2 bases ahead at that point, and that'll be something like 4 bases to 2 or 5 bases to 3, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, Hwasin still has factories, still has resources, still has production, so doesn't want to GG well, he's still able to play StarCraft, but it's I think he recognizes what a tough position he's in. Now a big force of Mines is pushing out here, and it's going to push down to this bottom right position. SCV is coming off the line, but I don't know what they expect to do there, coming up that ramp against siege tank fire. Now a counter drop going in, 1 dropship going down without even dropping anything out. 2 dropships left, and it looks like there's a Wraith chasing them around. Yeah, the dropships do manage to drop something out, but 1 tank and a Goliath go down immediately, other tank goes down. Yeah, and Hwasin is loses a dropship, loses another dropship, isn't even bothering to move him away. I think he knows that this is GG at this point. And now a big tank force moving in, and this is going to take out those 2 bases in the bottom right. Hwasin is going to have no production in just a second. So, I don't know, I think as soon as these forces go down, Hwasin's going to just have to GG. Now he's pushing in, and this is going to be his last throw of the dice, but it's not even close to enough forces to be successful. Tanks going down, and Hwasin GG's. So, well-played game by both players, but again, Mine just claiming that early lead and playing it for all it's worth and coming out ahead in a nice long standard TVT. So Mine is going to keep playing, he's on a roll, and he'll get to play a 3rd game for WeMade Fox. So we'll see how that goes. I'll see you there. This has been Hamilcar.